Hello? Hey. Hello? Hello?
So I'm assuming you want the video, right?
Oh, hey man. Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Nice. It's the first time we hear each other.
Yes. This is the
At the
first time
same
of us
time.
like talking. Yeah.
Yeah, at the
Talking.
same time. Because usually one was writing something and another one was streaming.
Yes, sir. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Cool. Thanks for signing up to be a guinea pig
Oh, for sure,
for
man.
this.
For
So I
sure.
hope the levels are okay. So if someone is watching, they can maybe tell if I need to turn up the Discord or turn down the music and stuff like that.
I can't actually hear any music from Discord. I don't know about the stream though.
Oh no, on Discord there's no music. I just put like a YouTube lo-fi hip
I think
hop.
there's music playing on my stream though. So let me.
Oh, that's okay. I don't hear any of your. It's separate
I
things, I think. Unless, yeah. Okay, cool. So then I'll just.
Yeah, it looks like a connection might be a little. Not. Can you hear me fine? Because you're
I
kind of
can. I
coming
can.
in staticky.
Oh, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Hey man. Okay. So I have. So before we start, I probably should tell the viewers what's this podcast about. So you walk sometimes past someone on the street, and you never know who are they gonna accomplish and who are they gonna be in the future. And then you can say, you see that president on the TV. I used to walk like I used to go to the school with him or walk past him on the street. So it's the same right now. you know, Maybe we're gonna go on, do big things in the future, and then we will be able to tell, I spoke with that guy on the Discord.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's cool when you think about that. Yeah. Okay, so then let's start with the first segment, which is called IRLing, or
I
AKA
like it.
AKA downtime, what we do when we are not gaming or streaming. So I have a few questions. Maybe if you saw the script that I sent you, it's cool. If you
Yes.
didn't, it's also fine. Let's just impro and just go with the flow.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, mm, first of all, like I would like to try and guess your IRL name
It's a hard one.
based on your. Wait, I will try to get you one moment. Your Discord
What's going on Discord?
is your webcam turned on for the
On
Discord?
Discord, hold on, hold
On
on.
Discord.
I'm gonna have to turn off my camera for my stream because my camera can't dual send the image for whatever reason. Let me
But
see if it works. I'm
wait,
gonna try to turn on my camera, see if it works.
but no, no, that wouldn't be cool. Uh,
Yeah, I might have to disable my camera on my main from Streamlabs.
You have.
Streamlabs is using my camera. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Properties. Deactivate. Oh, my stream's black. Okay. And then let me see if I can turn on the video.
Okay, I see you. Are you sure it doesn't work on your when you're streaming too? Otherwise, it's
Yeah,
not.
it doesn't.
Otherwise, okay, wait. Let me. Okay, it's not. It's
Here.
it's not cool when if you're streaming and the people can't see your stream. So let's do it like
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna take a screenshot of your face at the Discord, and then I'm gonna put it as a picture.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
just give me a sec. Otherwise, it's not cool. Your voice is enough. it will be enough. That's all that
I was gonna say
matters really.
we could probably just shift everyone over to your stream if that makes it easier.
Um,
Because
I
honestly, we don't
I
need both streams up.
I prefer having it somewhat fair.
Yeah, but
Otherwise,
it's your show,
I
right?
don't feel well. But it's cool, man. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
One sec. Do-do-do. Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be easier because we have the audio coming because my viewers are getting the audio from my Discord. I guess I can mute that, and then it's a delay on the co-stream. So I
Yeah.
think
So
I'm just gonna host you, and then that should be good. I think.
do
I'm
you
gonna
really
leave the
think
co-stream.
do
Then
you
I'm gonna
really
host
think
you.
it's double?
Yeah, I think it's double. Cause what is it? I Love Cake was asking if it's a delay or something. I Love Cake has both streams open. So
Yeah.
it's
That's the thing.
bumping.
He has to mute one stream. I think we
Oh,
have
I
some
see. I
we
see.
have some kind of delay between our streams depending on our internet connections.
Yeah.
So it's like better to like have one stream open at a time. You can hear both of us. So do. Okay.
I think I'm just gonna leave it and then I'll host you. Cause that way, like, if they come to my channel, they'll go immediately. I mean, they can still come to my channel. I'll just.
Okay, but then when we finish, then I'm gonna host you back.
Okay, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's whatever. Man.
Okay. No, man, it has to
I'm
be
gonna leave the
cool,
co-stream. I don't know what it's gonna do. And then I'm
So
gonna
then
host
we
you.
leave the Discord open at the moment, right?
Yeah. We'll
The
keep the
Discord
Discord
can-
open.
Okay, cool, man. Thanks.
Shadow the fan. I think it
And
might just be easier. I gotta end my stream.
Well, we're gonna okay, yeah, for the moment, and then hop back, and then
Wait, hold on. Let's see if it works. There you go. Perfect.
and then I'm gonna send. Yeah, we're gonna okay, yeah. Then I'm gonna host you back, and everything's gonna be fine. Okay.
All right. Think it's working.
Yeah. So your name, you're probably Jacob, right?
Yes, that is
Jacob
a very good
Jacob
guess.
Jacob Boca. Jacob Boca?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, BocajacoB is a palindrome. So it's Jacob spelled backwards and forward. So if you start from the middle and go to the left, you'll spell Jacob. And if you start from the middle and go to the right, you'll spell Jacob.
Yeah, I noticed that's really like thoughtful. BocajacoB, Jacob Boca from both sides.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
And
by the way, if anyone is viewing this on Mixer, Twitch, or YouTube, if you write !BocajacoB, you will get an instant link to Jacob's channel on Mixer. That is unfortunately because of me offline, but it will be back online after a while. So don't worry.
Definitely. I appreciate it.
Like that. Okay. So it works.
Nice.
Okay, so Jacob, very nice to meet you. My name's Peter. In real life.
Okay, nice. I was gonna say, I
Or-
don't know if we
or-
ever got you.
Or what did you think? If you had to guess,
Well,
what did you?
now it's biased. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I had no idea. I don't know. Peter sounds like a good name.
Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate
So
it.
I don't.
Jacob's fine too, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's okay.
You can have
I
like
chose that name myself.
you can have
When I
like
was
a
born, I was like, call me Jacob, and I didn't say anything until I was 2.
yeah, that was my next question. Like, how did you came up with your in real life name?
Okay, so yeah, how did I come up with my real life name?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it just came out. But yeah, I came up with Boca Jacob, um, back in like 2011. I mean, it's not like it's that great. It's just a palindrome, and I thought it was a pretty cool idea. And before that, my username was like Bloody515,
Yeah.
and it was like the most random name because it was the first.
You always when you think about maybe a streamer's name, you think, okay, how would this look like as a brand? Maybe I can sell some products with that name that you had before. You can sell maybe like some tampons or stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure, right? Exactly. Yeah, but that was like back in like 6th grade when I like it's like the first time I ever played an online game. Like a friend came up to me and they're like, "Hey, you should play this game. It's called RuneScape." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I have no idea what that is." Until then, I like never played on the computer. I just, I played board games and I like played football, soccer,
Yeah.
all like what little kids do. And then yeah, and I was like, well, okay, I'll get back to you. So the next day, I came up to my friend. I will call him Alex, I guess. I think that was his name. And I was like, yeah, man, I couldn't think of a name. What am I supposed to do for my name? Like, I had no idea. And I was like, does it have to be thematic? Because the game's like medieval. And so then I just came up with Bloody, because like that's pretty medieval, right? And then that was taken. So I was like, well, my favorite number is 5. So Bloody 5 didn't work. And I was like, well, I like
Yeah.
1 too. So just Bloody 5 1 didn't work. I was like, well, I like 515. So
And I like
that's how I
chocolate
came
too.
with that name.
So it became Bloody 1.5 chocolate, and I like Mercedes Benz, and then it became Bloody 1.5 chocolate Mercedes, and then
Exactly, man. So and then I realized that when you play games, they don't have to be thematic with the game. You can just do whatever you want. And then I came up with Boca Jacob. I just my name backwards and forwards, and that was like in 2011. And when
yeah.
I created my league account, League
So
of
you,
Legends.
so you can have like you can sell like off-brand coffee in China somewhere. They have all these brands that are like similar to the originals. They'll just change a few letters and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so the first game you played was RuneScape?
Yeah, I think I think RuneScape. I mean, if we're talking about like computer games, like online computer games, RuneScape's the first game I played that was online.
Because
Um,
for me it's the same. I also started playing with RuneScape when we first got our computer, and
Okay,
then after that I transitioned to World of Warcraft.
I actually never got into World of Warcraft. I played the 1 week trial and then just never played it since, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, they released vanilla recently, so you have another shot, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah,
if you're interested.
I saw that they re-released the old version of it.
Yeah, just
Pretty
with
cool.
better graphics and stuff. Okay. So then the next question maybe, I will not ask directly how old are you, but by today's standards, are you a boomer or are you a zoomer?
Neither. Well, because a Zoomer. Okay, so I'm definitely not a boomer, right? Because that.
But I mean by today's standards, by everyone
Oh,
memeing. So I guess
yeah,
everyone that
yeah. So
everyone that's older than 19 is a boomer.
oh, I'm a boomer then.
Yeah, me too, man.
Because isn't a Zoomer like that's Gen Z, right? So it's
Yeah, I
like
mean like
the people who were born
2000,
like
2000, I
mid
guess.
late 90s, and then early 2000s. So
Yeah,
I would not be a Zoomer.
yeah,
So by default, I guess I was gonna say by default it makes me a Zoomer because I'm closer to Zoomer than a Boomer. But I
yeah,
guess if you're not a Zoomer, you're a Boomer. So that's
yeah.
I'm a
Because
Boomer, I guess.
like,
I'm a millennial, right? Because
mil-
that's the age before Gen Z.
yeah, I guess that's what we are. Because but I think I'm a little older than you though. You're going to university right now, right?
I am, but I took like a 4-year break, pretty much. no college. So I'm actually pretty old. I was born in 1993. I'm like pretty old, as in pretty old for a college
Oh,
student.
I'm 94.
94. Ah,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
see, I got a year. I got a year on you.
Dang it. You're gonna what up me?
Yeah,
But because okay, like for real boomers are like what I read today is like I don't know, 50s or something like that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's like three different generations before them.
Yeah, but
So
I mean, if if you got if you want a meme,
that's
you
the
got a
meme, dude.
meme. Yeah, that's the meme. That's the meme life. So
For sure.
so you're studying. What are you studying right now?
So I am a full-time student at the University of Florida, and I'm studying dietetics, so
Oh,
nutrition.
that's
So
cool. So
and then what's
cooking
that?
also, or only like as a
Yeah.
personal
So
as a
dietetics is a pretty diverse field. So I'd probably say the most common job as a dietitian is being a clinical dietitian. So currently at the hospital that's nearest to me, it's UF Health Shands. They have 17 clinical dietitians, and they work in different departments. So there'll be like pediatric dietitians and then there's ICU dietitians, intensive care unit dietitians, who just work specifically with like critically malnutritioned or disease patients, and then they'll have to basically determine the feeding formula, which would be appropriate for someone who's trying to recover from like severe wounds or trauma, like car crash and stuff like that. And then there's like personal dietitians and sports nutritionists who work with athletes, and then there's like dietitians who focus on obesity. There's a lot of diversity, and then so
which one would you prefer, like working with athletes? I guess
no, definitely not.
that sounds pretty
So
fun. No? I mean, you get
I
like
want to go into
LeBron
pediatrics.
James and stuff, and like
Nah, they
bu-
get
bu-
paid
like bulk
real
me
big.
up, bro. Bulk me up, man.
Yeah,
Make me
exactly.
jump
Nah,
higher.
nah. I want to go into pediatric dietetics. So
So
work with the kids.
that's like but but it's not like when someone is like really uh different sizes and then they want to change their size and they come to you, or what do you mean working with children, pediatric, like
So
as a teacher for the
pediatrics in the clinical setting would be just children have different needs, and it's like a completely different field when it comes to adults, which I recently found out myself when I did a clinical shadowing. I went to a hospital and I shadowed a dietitian, but yeah,
shadowed?
so basically shadow as in I s- I
Yeah,
was
yeah, I
basically
know
like in
what
the
I mean. I know what
background
I mean.
watching them do the
Yeah.
job.
In our country we had like I don't, probably in other countries as well, there's like a shadow day in a direct translation, and kids from schools they choose like I don't know, I want to go and they can do their parents if they're working in a company, or they can write letters to some managers or stuff like that and just ask, yo, can I come on this one day and just watch what you do. So that's what pretty much what you did, right?
Yeah, exactly. Pretty
Yeah,
much, yeah, exactly. So,
yeah,
yep. Basically, um, for for the visit that when I shadowed her, I only shadowed the dietitian for like 3 hours, because I had class and work. But yeah, she basically just saw the patient, did a nutrition focused physical exam, and asked questions to see if tube feeding would be required, and then uh, luckily it looks like they didn't, and they were going to leave the hospital later that day. So she just
yeah.
gave them advice, gave them some pamphlets, and sent them on their way. But I think overall, a pediatric dietitian is just going to be dealing with children, and that can come down to newborns as well.
Yeah.
And when it comes to that, nutrition's you got to be very precise on your measurements, because if you give a certain dosage to a child that's just like milligram off, it could kill them.
Yeah.
So
Damn, that's tough decision. So I guess in that shadow day they didn't let you, uh, like they didn't let you drive the car. They just
oh,
said
absolutely not.
sit
Yeah,
at the back
definitely
seat and just
not.
watch. So it makes you feel really good helping like kids and stuff like that. That's why you would like to be like a pediatric nutritionist.
Yes, definitely. So the main motivator is I have asthma, I have eczema, I have a lot of food allergies, and a
Yeah.
lot of those issues can be solved early
Yeah.
with nutrition. Especially like a lot of food allergies, you just have to introduce them relatively early, and
So
and
not
it really
like
starts with maternal nutrition,
mm.
which is also a field that I want to go into.
So what the mother eats and then through the milk
Yeah.
goes into the baby and slowly
Yeah.
adapts to the allergies. That's
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. So that's the main motivator because I don't want the kids to go through something like that when it's preventable. Like the whole life, they now have to deal with this because of something that was out of their control. So I want to just
Yeah.
give the kids the best life, so they don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, that's actually quite a good idea to start battling it at the root, I guess.
Yeah.
Where,
So instead of trying to
where you
fix
actually
it, prevent it.
yeah, and it's probably a lot easier if you start treating it from the beginning,
Yeah.
rather than later in their lives. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so then so you go to school, you stream. Do you have some side job
Yes.
to make
I
money?
work. Do I make money? Yeah, no, I just live on the street just like every other student. No,
like every streamer.
I'm yeah, right. Every
On the
streamer.
donations stuff.
Pretty much. No, I work at a supermarket. I've been working there since 2011.
Yeah.
I worked there part time, and when I did not go to school, I also I upped my hours. But I don't think I never went full time. But I worked like 35 hours a week. But now that I'm in school, I only do about 20 hours a week.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I work in a hotel at the reception, so I guess it's pretty similar. We both have like a cashier and a screen, and we try to sell stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you never know who is gonna come in the door. That's, I guess, maybe the fun, not so fun part about this job. Yeah, but
Yeah, with customer service. Yep.
Yeah.
I work at the. I don't know if you ever heard of this because I know Publix does not exist in Europe, but Publix is like the golden standard of a supermarket, pretty much. They're like the luxury supermarket because the big thing is making the customers happy. They just have a big emphasis on just customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
So.
No, we don't have that here.
Yeah,
maybe
they're only in the United States right now, and they're only in the southern part of the United States.
Oh, by the way,
where
exactly do you live in the U.S.?
Florida.
Florida, cool.
Yep.
That sounds like pretty Florida. Is that far from California? Or is the same thing?
It's on the other side. So Florida's on the East Coast, and California's on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So it's near South America. Florida's right next to like Puerto Rico, all those islands.
By the way, earlier when I watched your stream, your League of Legends client, it was in Spanish, right?
Yes.
So
they're trying different servers.
Oh, but do you speak Spanish?
I don't speak Spanish. I can speak it. I can't speak it fluently. I took 4 years of it in high school.
Oh.
But high school was a long time ago, so I forgot a lot of it.
So, mi nombre es Peter.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You said your name is
Peter.
Peter. Okay.
I took it for 1 year when I was doing the hotel management because I thought it would be a good idea, something fun to learn a language that I didn't know, but it was kind of a mistake because it's fucking hard.
Really? I think Spanish.
It's hard,
I feel like
man.
If I put my mind to it, it wouldn't be too tough. It's really similar to English. Or I can translate it.
Yeah. Well, but what could motivate me to learn Spanish is a lot of girls that come from like Spanish-speaking countries are very attractive. I noticed that while working in the hotel, so that's a good motivation to learn the language.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah. Okay, so we talk about your school, your job. So is there something that you're excited for right now? Like some game release, show release, something like that. TV,
Um,
Netflix, something that's coming out that
you know
you're
what?
waiting for.
Now that you said Netflix, that I was gonna say nothing in particular except this podcast. I'm pretty hyped for this. But did you see the new The Witcher? The Witcher that they're gonna be making a series on Netflix,
Okay, I didn't
and
see
the guy
that.
who played Superman
Wait,
is
the
gonna
Superman in the movies, like this,
yeah,
the
yeah,
latest
like Superman
Superman.
versus Batman. The actor, I think his name is Henry Cavill.
Oh, okay,
He's gonna be
okay.
the actor for The Witcher,
Oh, that's cool.
like the main guy.
The last time I
Um,
saw him was in the Justice League.
yeah, exactly. So that guy, he's gonna be the main guy in
But
The
but
Witcher.
but did you see the memes about him when he filmed the Justice League? So he had a mustache,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but he didn't want to shave it or something. So they just CG'd over it. Man, some of the
And appa-
shots in
and
that movie.
apparently, it wasn't a great job. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was
I
the
thought
mustache.
I didn't notice it. If no one told me, I would have not noticed.
I mean, it wasn't like my mustache, you know. I don't have almost anything here. It was like a proper manly mustache.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was,
Because
it
he was
was.
doing it for a show. That's why he had it.
Oh,
Like he was doing like a series for a show.
I just thought he didn't want to shave it or something.
No, no, no. Henry, that would be messed up. I feel like from the interviews that I've seen, he seems like a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
So I think it was it was just in his contract for
Because
the show he was doing.
the definition of that mustache was thick, a thick mustache. It
Yeah,
was
I
hard.
didn't really look at it.
It's hard to hide it with even with the CG, I guess. Oh, so the new Witcher, that's cool.
Yeah.
The one thing that I'm looking forward on Netflix that's gonna come out is the Avatar series that the Last Airbender that they are making.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never actually got into that show. I think I've seen like bits and pieces of it, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I've never personally
Yeah,
like,
that was
sat down and watched a full episode.
so. I mean, Avatar: The Last Airbender was the first anime that I watched on Nickelodeon. Did you have Nickelodeon in US?
Yes.
Like for kids, it's like Cartoon
Yeah, we had
Network.
Nickelodeon.
Oh right, I mean all the Nickelodeon stars, Ariana Grande and stuff like that. Or no, that was Disney Channel. I'm a little, I'm a little.
It's all mixed
confused.
up.
Yeah, it's all the same, I guess.
Yeah, I never really got into shows when I was a kid. Basically,
Yeah.
it was just outside. My parents would be like, "I go outside," and we would just hang out outside. I didn't really watch TV. I was like sheltered.
So in the school you were like the jock, or
No, not at
no,
all.
no,
No.
like you didn't watch. But did you watch some anime or just outside and like?
No,
hot-
I didn't watch like anything, and until like my senior year of high school. And
what? Yeah. What was the first weeaboo stuff that you watched? Like.
I've watched like absolutely zero weeaboo stuff. I haven't really watched any. I have not watched any anime unless.
What
I've
are you
seen
doing then? Streaming.
What'd you say?
Why are you streaming then? I mean, you have to you have to be a cultured man, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only culture I know is 300. And that's it. The movie 300. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't remember. I just all the memes when he's kicking the guy into the well and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's cool.
That's my boy Leonidas.
So I have some more generic questions here, trying to find something cool. Have you done the 16 personality type test?
I definitely did, but it was a long time ago, so I don't remember the results. I think there was a J involved, and I don't even know what that means. But honestly, I'm not sure what I was labeled. What about you?
When I did it, I was like a mediator.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, like-
I have no idea. I thought there were like, I thought there were letters associated with it, right? Or no?
Yeah, but did you have like a G? Like G?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't remember anything.
So in like in a summary, you're more like introverted or extroverted?
I don't know what I would assume extroverted,
Yeah,
but
but
I don't
not.
know what the
Yeah.
results told me. So I'm kind of
So you have no problem.
I'm kind of the middleman of everything, you know.
I mean,
I'm-
that's that's actually could be one of the best like places where to be, you know, if you're not
Yeah,
too shy, but at the same time you're not so extroverted that everyone that you annoy everyone, I guess, you know, because
yeah,
too much
definitely.
is too much, you know. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely met a lot of people like that in my life, but yeah, no, it just I think the big thing is you just got to be considerate of like other people. Some people just don't care, but I feel like you can be extroverted, like 100% extroverted, but there's
yeah.
a point where you're being inconsiderate.
I mean, the life teaches you anyway and molds you.
Yeah, age.
Yeah, and I guess we could do the test 10 years ago and it would be different than if we do the test right now. So,
Yeah, definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
So you have no
It's a
problems in
maturity thing.
like, yeah, true. So you have no problems going into like a room full of people, but at the same time you will not like try to be the main point of the focus in that room or stuff like that. Because for
Yeah,
me personally, it's hard for me to go to like bars and stuff like that, where there's a lot of people, a lot of noise. I much prefer rather staying at home, playing some games, stuff like that. Or like, yeah. I mean, what's the what? This is what would have liked to ask you. Like, what's the? How would you like to celebrate? How do you like to celebrate your birthday?
oh, I usually don't celebrate it. I'm usually like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
So
so
it,
that's
it
like me.
depends on the scenario. It depends on, if I'm feeling like it. But I might invite a few friends over and play board games. But I'm not gonna go out and drink.
Oh,
I'm not a huge drinker or
th-
something like that.
that's cool. That's we are on the same page there as well. Because for me, like apartment parties, stuff like that. You know, just like I remember the few when I was so the last few New Year's. Just my friend brings his PC over. We set it all up, buy some nachos, buy some beer, and just play League of Legends all night. Yeah,
Sounds like the life, man.
yeah, that's the coolest. That's the best, man. mm, so between studying, um, working part time, and streaming, what's been the longest that you've been awake for? Has it
um,
ever been that? Has it ever been that you like? I don't know. You stream the whole night. In the morning, you have to go to the school, and then after school, you have to go to your part-time job, and then you're awake for like 24 hours or something.
oh yeah, I've definitely done that. Definitely. I would probably say, even like, despite doing something like that, which I've definitely done in the past 3 months multiple times, um, it's probably not the longest I've stayed awake. I definitely, like, in high school, like when I first discovered like video games, I've been in, like, during the summer, it was like 48 hours, like 72 hours, like,
what?
no sleep.
Wait. Like you're not exaggerate. Like memeing 72 or like for real 72 hours.
Like, okay, maybe not 72, but 48 for sure. I can, like, with
Damn.
confidence say that I was awake for 48 hours. Because I
48.
just remember, like, like, my parents waking up and
Yeah.
they're like, "Hey, did you go to sleep?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then, and then like, I can't take a nap now because I already committed. You know, you can't just take a nap and like, "Oh, why are you taking a nap? I thought you went to sleep."
At least you're
So
committed to something.
yeah, so I
Going
had
to
to be
sleep.
committed. So
Com-
and then yeah, I remember that.
and how
Summer
do you
in high
remember how
school.
long you slept afterwards?
Oh yeah, I don't know, but I've definitely slept for 16 hours straight in my life.
Damn, that sounds good. Just wake up and you don't know if you know sometimes you sleep so much that you think it's the morning but actually it's the next evening already.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
that's
slept
crazy
through the whole
stuff.
day.
I haven't done
Damn.
that in a long time, so it's probably good.
I mean when you're young, healthy, I guess. Yeah. And you have time. Yeah, but together with school and job stuff. Yeah. Sport that's crazy. Uh what are you reading any books right now? Watching any shows? So you're waiting for The Witcher on Netflix? Are you
Yeah,
watching anything?
I don't even have Netflix right now. I have the Netflix free trial right now, which is gonna expire in like 15 days. But
Yeah.
I might get Netflix for this because it's December when The Witcher comes out.
Oh.
But we'll see how things go. As for books, the only thing I'm really reading is those textbooks thrown at us. But other than that, I mean, I have like some pretty good books that I've read. Have you ever heard Gates of Fire?
No, it's like fantasy.
No, I have it right here. It's by Stephen Pressfield.
Damn, that looks
It's
thick.
it's not that thick. It's got some thick words though. Like I learned so much vocabulary from this book, but it's like a different perspective on the Battle of Thermopylae. So it's like the perspective of a non-Spartan, and it's obviously fantasy, historical fantasy, because the author was not there during the time. But
Yeah.
it's based off of historical points.
Oh, so you're really into 300.
Yeah, I have there's a trilogy series. What's it called?
So if a Netflix was
Pokimane
released,
Sparta,
yeah, Looney.
which is pretty good. There's
So you-
3 of 'em.
In school, were you good at history? So I guess if
Uh,
it sounds like it could have been interesting for you, like at least the times with the old Roman stuff.
Yeah, when
stuff.
I took, because I did have to take a history course, like a basic history course, and I think ancient history. Yeah, so when I took ancient history for one of my electives back when I was getting my associates, I did. I think that's the best grade I've ever gotten any course I've ever took in my life. I think at the end of the semester I got like above 100% because during each exam there was like a 4-point bonus you could get, and I think I hit it on like every single test. And there's 4 tests, and it was completely test based. And that's the only time I got above 100% in a class,
Yeah,
and it was ancient history.
that's cool.
But
For me, history was. I've always read the book in the break before the class. Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like right before class, like
Yeah,
gotta slam this in.
And then if the teacher asks something, you just hold your head down, look at the table, because right at the moment you look the teacher in the eye, she thinks that maybe you know something, and then she asks you the
Yeah, right.
question, and then you're screwed.
Avoid eye contact.
Yeah, true. It's like a Medusa. Yeah. So what's the best thing that you do? What's your favorite thing to do when it's raining outside?
Sleep.
That's
I don't- I-
PG.
it's-
That's PG. PG.
Probably. Okay, so I don't know if this is the best thing to do, but it's the thing I do the most when it's raining, and that's sleep. And sleep's good. Like anytime it's raining, my body's just like, it's time to go to sleep, Jacob. But other than that, I'd probably say honestly, like being busy, not at my house, is like the best thing. So like getting paid, that's always nice.
Oh.
Like working, because like what else
Okay,
am I
okay.
doing? I'm probably gonna sleep, so I might as
Yeah.
well get paid.
I feel you. Yeah.
So.
Because if it's sunny outside and warm and you have to sit there and work, that's not really cool. And
Yeah, yeah,
all
so
your
if it's
friends
raining-
are out and about somewhere. So you
Pretty
said
much.
that your parents didn't let you stay inside. They always like kicked you out of the house and said go play some sports with your friends or something, right?
Well, they didn't force us. It's just something. It's like all we knew, pretty much. We didn't really have technology. We had like one TV when I was a kid.
Now
we
you're
had
really
one computer.
now you're really talking like a boomer or something. We didn't have
Yeah,
the
back when I
technology.
was-
We had
Well,
this round thingy that we used to kick with our feet.
Exactly, man. So I don't know. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
What was your
No.
go-to? What was your go-to when you like soccer? I don't know. You call it football or soccer? What do you? Because for me it's
Well,
football.
we played. Okay, so we didn't play soccer. We didn't. When the ball's around and you kick it. No, we played the brown ball game. We
Egg
call it football
ball,
in America.
handball, egg ball. Or
Yeah. I
whatever
don't know what
that's
you guys
called.
call it, but yeah,
Yeah.
we call it football. Um, and then I play basketball. Basketball and football were like the go-to things.
Oh yeah, basketball cool. I haven't played the egg ball thingy, but basketball's dope. Yeah,
You
that's
haven't
cool.
played brown ball?
No, no,
Let's
no.
call it brown ball. But brown ball, I like brown ball a lot more than basketball because
Oh, you can just.
I've always been fast.
Oh,
So you just throw me the ball and then I'll just outrun everybody. And I had pretty good endurance when I was young, so I could usually outlast and outrun people. So
oh.
basketball's a little bit different. You gotta have like some skill involved.
Yeah, you need hands as well, not only feet.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. And I was never the tallest person either. So football worked out pretty well.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5", so I'm not too tall. So
And
basketball was not my thing.
it
I always joked around in high school. I was like, if wrestling season wasn't during the same season as basketball, I would join the basketball team because I wrestled in high school.
You wrestled?
Yeah, I wrestled.
I used to do taekwondo. Man, that's cool.
Nice, that's cool, man.
Some fighting sports. Have you seen those videos where people watch wrestling? No, wrestling? Wrestle. You said wrestling, right?
Yeah, wrestling.
Wrestling. Because when I say when someone says wrestling, it's like WWE comes into my
Yeah,
mind.
exactly.
Not like school, like the proper, I guess,
Yeah, the
wrestling or
Olympic
something.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those videos where people watch wrestling videos with eye trackers, because those the outfits for the wrestlers are. Were you wearing Did you wear underwear? Under
you wear
the.
underwear and then you wear a singlet. So just like one latex thing that's super close to your skin, so
Yeah.
your clothes don't get caught when you wrestle. But yeah.
And it's slippery, so it's harder to like catch you and stuff like that. No.
Yeah. It not so much slippery, but just like regular material kind of. It was like latex.
Oh.
So.
How long did you wrestle in high?
I just wrestled actually the last 2 years of high school, so I didn't wrestle for very long. I was the captain my senior year, which means that should say a lot about the team. If I'm the captain
or
only 2
maybe
years in, not the greatest.
maybe it says a lot about you. Hardworking wrestler.
Yeah, I'll go with that one. That one sounds good. But yeah, my father wrestled in college, and I think his dad did. So it was kind of like, hey.
Did you
should
break
wrestle.
something while wrestling or?
No, I didn't break anything. Though the worst thing that happened to me in wrestling is I did a split, full split, and
you
it
felt
was in
like
the
your
middle of
balls
the match.
broke or something.
No, my balls are fine. It was my groin. So in the middle of the match, we were wrestling. Somehow we got tangled up to the point where did a split, and I was not a super flexible wrestler. So immediately I just shouted, and the whole thing just echoed, and then the match stopped. And then I walked it off, and I was like, "Okay, let's finish this match."
Like
yeah,
a warrior.
It was so painful. And then so then they basically.
What did you yell? You were like, "This is Sparta!"
No, I just did like a shout, like really loud. I'm not gonna mimic it because I don't wanna wake up my roommates if they're sleeping. But yeah, and then when I got icy hot to like deal with the pain, well, guess what? The groin is pretty close to your balls, so some of it got on my balls, and yeah, that was even worse. But
it's like burn, like cold.
burn, then cool, then burn, then cool.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It's like
not fun.
It's like the ice burn, like how is it? Frost
Yeah,
burns,
frostburn?
something like
frostbite?
that. Frostbite. Yeah, I think that's the one. Damn it.
So, yeah, those are the days.
Some people like they send their sperm to like sperm banks where they freeze it for like a number of years. So you pretty much try to freeze your whole testicle for a few years.
I did not know that. It's good to know. I could have done that.
The more you know. So this might be a little bit of touchy subject, and I guess every man has experienced it in their lives. The friend zone. Have you
Okay, yeah.
have you ever been about friend zone? In the friend zone?
So honestly, I don't I don't know. Well, first, I feel like friend zone has like different definitions depending on the person.
Or do
It's
you
like a
think
pretty broad term.
you put yourself in the friend zone and the friend zone doesn't exist? It only exists in the minds of the people
Yeah,
that put
exactly.
themselves in the friend zone.
Yeah, like how I always saw it was like friend zones, like that's like when you have a friend, right? A friend, and you want to take that to the next level, be intimate with that friend, but they just want to be your friend,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've never been friend zoned, but I feel like if you, yeah, I've never been in it. So
Well, aren't you a lucky bastard, eh?
yeah, well, I usually like
Man, listen, you don't have to flex like that on this stream, right?
no, I think I just been yeah, I think I literally it's luck or you know I have a pretty good idea on picking up I guess people.
Honeys. People, yeah.
Yeah, people
Y-
like understanding like the vibes they're giving off. So
Mm. So you're not getting like clouded by the love, clouded by the crush.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I think that's probably what helped. And anytime that I usually had like a close group of friends that were guys too. Like I didn't really try to make friends with girls unless I was interested in pursuing them.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then I'd let it be known like within like a week. I wouldn't like drag it on for a year and then be like
So like,
I'm friends.
yo, yeah, I'm not your friend because I want to be your friend, man. I'm your friend because I'm interested in you or something like, or
Yeah, well, and sometimes it just organically or naturally happens. Like you become friends with a girl, and then that then evolves into a relationship, which has happened to me multiple times. That's how actually a lot of my relationships happen. Like, it would be like a coworker or a mutual friend, and then we would like hang out, and then yeah,
that's cool.
then we
That's cool.
yeah.
I've always been friend zoned, so good for you, man.
Oh,
I
I'm
wish I
sorry,
was
man.
I wish I was so clear-minded as you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm just
Yeah. Wait,
well,
so like, how did so wait, did you like like so how did it work? Did you like ever like ask them like, hey, would you want to date or?
well, I mean, it starts with like I guess it starts with being too friendly.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just yeah, I start being like really friendly, and then yeah,
I
after a while, there's no coming back from being friend to friendly, you know.
yeah, I
I
can kind of
guess
see that point because then they see you
yeah,
like in a different way, right?
yeah, because
True.
you have this fear of rushing maybe, so you are lingering, so you're just being friendly even though you would like something more, and then you're friendly, and there's no coming back from friendly. I guess
Yeah.
that's how I would
Okay.
describe it.
I can see that point, and I
Yeah,
can see that.
yeah.
I guess also I think naturally I'm a pretty flirtatious person, so that may also initiate the person that I'm interested in. They're like,
I
oh,
mean,
they're interested in me,
I
and
mean,
then
you're a good-looking dude, so I mean,
yeah,
it's.
thank you. I
I mean,
appreciate it.
I mean,
Um,
I mean,
yeah, I understand that that's
the
definitely an advantage. So it
that
feels,
helps.
yeah, I got lucky. And it sucks because it's like it's not like I did anything. I was just born. Hey, so like you
Yeah.
get like dealt like in like a random hand in TFT, and I just got like three of a kind, and then the two other ones I got were asthma and eczema, and and like all these other health issues. But hey,
But
I'm
no one,
dying on
no.
the inside, but on the outside, it's better than average. So those are the cards I was dealt.
You choose like
So
being like super healthy or like ugly. I don't know, and then being ugly, but like
yeah, yeah, you can't be both.
yeah.
And all those who are both are just lying.
Only Miley Cyrus can be best of both worlds.
Miley Cyrus.
I don't know. She has
Is
this
that your
song.
crush? Is
No,
that
it's
like
like
your
the best of
celebrity
both.
crush?
No, I just remembered that song that she had like Hannah Montana, best of both worlds. You get the best of both worlds. Take it, da,
What?
da, da, da. You haven't seen it?
I no, I've never seen it.
Oh,
I've never
okay.
listened to that song.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's on iTunes or anything.
It's probably on YouTube. I mean,
On
everything's
Disney
on YouTube.
chat, yeah. But I mean, so you wrestled. I guess the wrestling team was quite popular. But I mean, if you were the captain, maybe no. I don't know.
Wait, what are you referring to? The wrestling team's awesome.
No, I mean wrestling was like the jocks, buffed
No,
guy.
wrestling. No, okay. Let me hold on before you continue with that statement. So this is what my coach, our coach, like this was a prep talk. Okay,
Okay.
he's like, okay, guys, you know why you guys are wrestlers?
Because you
And I'm like,
suck at
okay,
everything.
why? Yeah, cause you suck at everything else. That was the freaking prep talk, okay? But no, wrestlers. I mean, generally they're gonna be in better. I would say like in better shape than the average athlete. Like football, you can overeat and be fine. Like they want you to gain weight.
Yeah.
Wrestling's more of like being lean, cutting. So then
So that
I guess
the enemy can't hold on to your love handles and put you to the ground or something.
yeah,
I'm not
well,
sure
no,
how
no,
that
just
works.
because wrestling's weight classes. So like
Oh, right.
to weigh more, you have to wrestle bigger people.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
that's
want to weigh less.
But
So
you're
you can
if you're the biggest guy.
yeah, you got to verse the biggest guy. So basically, losing weight is a huge thing in wrestling. So like cutting weight and yeah, I never really delved into that too much because I understood that that wasn't healthy, losing that much weight in such a small time frame. So they tried to make me cut more weight, and I said no, I'm not going to.
Oh, did you have to like weigh-ins before the matches and stuff like
Yep.
that?
And if you missed weight, then you wouldn't be able to wrestle, or you'd have to go up a weight class, and then
They
everyone would be pissed at you because then the team is like, "Hey, that's my weight class. Like, what are you doing?" And
So
we would wrestle. We would teammates as a team. We would compete for weight classes too. So if anyone wanted to wrestle at my weight at varsity, they would have to beat me. So
so
like king of the hill.
so they didn't give you like I don't know. You have like 2 hours to to get off like I don't know 300 grams or something like that. Like
No,
like go run around the school,
some people would put on like trash bags, and then that way like it'll be hotter, you'll sweat more, and then you'll lose water weight. Like
Yeah.
some people spit in bottles. One wrestler shaved
What?
their head to lose some weight. Like people do crazy things.
What do you
I never had to do that.
Shave the
luckily.
pubes, shave the hair.
Yeah, I'm sure that happened. No, I'm pretty sure everyone was shaved because of that reason.
Someone
then,
asked, hey, can I maybe not wear my uniform or something? Can I fight naked?
No, people would go naked in weigh-ins. No, for sure. Like most people went in their boxers when they did the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
It would be like in the locker room, and it'd be like a huge line of guys, and then there'll be like some official guy standing at the scale, making sure that no one's
Yeah.
doing stuff. And then yeah, so
Damn.
some people go in naked if they're that close to weight.
Yeah.
I never had to do that because I cut before the season started. So like during the summer, I was gradually cutting weight. So I'd lose 5 pounds over a 3-month period versus someone who's trying. So I would actually lose the weight. It wouldn't be water weight. I wouldn't dehydrate myself.
Okay, so you had experience with like what to eat to like cut the weight and maybe how to. So did you research when you were like cutting or like preparing for the season? Did you research what to eat and like the nutritions, and that in return that made you more interested into nutrition and you decided to later study it, or is there no connection between?
No, there's definitely a connection. When I was a freshman in high school, that's when I initially got interested in nutrition.
And was it because of the like the wrestling, because you had to cut weight or like gain weight and eat properly and stuff like that, or just like why did you get interested?
No. The timeline is okay. So when I was in 6th grade, Santa came to our garage and brought us a weight set. Okay, Santa did that.
Okay. Okay. I see.
So we got that for Christmas, right? We got a weight set, and I went ham on it. Okay, I hit the weights pretty much all the way through middle school, and then I like kind of plateaued, right? And then in ninth grade, you know, when I entered high school, I realized, okay, it's not just about hitting weights; it's a lot about nutrition. And as soon as I got on the nutrition aspect of it and hitting the weights, I saw significant gains. And then by that time, I was a pretty buff dude for my weight class. And then I went into wrestling. So first I got the weight set, then I got into nutrition, then I hit wrestling. So I had all of that like knowledge prior to going to wrestling, and then so that probably gave me advantage in like cutting weight and not feeling like a dookie. Because a lot of people cut weight and they feel like death, and then they have to wrestle. It's like, okay, good luck being dehydrated in wrestling.
So you were preparing properly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I would have joined wrestling sooner, but back when I was in high school, I was like, that's gay. Back when gay was the derogatory term. Now it's it's the cool thing. You know, gay's not an insult anymore.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's all cool.
Yeah.
So do you still hit the gym, or you have no time?
I really don't. I don't. I'm not gonna say I do. It's so unorthodox my schedule that I just haven't made the time to go to the gym. So I haven't consistently hit the gym in probably over a year. And before that, it was pretty inconsistent. Like I would be consistent, then inconsistent. So one thing that keeps me in shape is that I travel through bike only. So I sold my car when I moved to Gainesville.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Can you show your guns?
No, I'm not showing them.
Oh, come on, bro.
I'm too
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm too embarrassed.
It's fine. Look at mine. See?
No,
come on, man. I did it. You can do. Come on. The viewers want it. Do it for the ladies.
Next year.
Do it for the ladies. Okay, let's do it
if I
on
do it
our.
for the ladies, they're gonna be like uninterested immediately. So I'll keep them covered for now.
Okay, then let's do it on our next podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Next podcast.
So you have time to hit the gym, you know. I didn't catch you off guard and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta prepare for this.
Okay. What else do I have here? Oh, okay. So before we go into the next segment, I want to ask you: has gaming helped you in any way in your personal life?
I'd say yes and no. But
I can see why would you say that. I can see.
Yeah, so like yes, because I've definitely used gaming as a way to connect with like friends, family, significant others. I used gaming as an outlet for something we can do together, and it's inexpensive, and it's also fun most of the time if we're both into it. But like especially board games too. So like board games, I use that to connect with people a lot. Recently I haven't, but I'd say board games good, online games, card games, they're all good. I think it's a good way to pass time and have fun, and it's a pretty inexpensive way. So
yeah, board games especially, I guess it's inexpensive. With online games it's a little bit different. I mean, you need a PC and internet and stuff like that. But yeah, okay, that's cool. Okay, then we can go into our next segment, which is gaming. I know we touched on this a little bit before, but let's go. We have a few more questions to go a little bit deeper maybe. So the first question I had was first game you played, but I guess you already answered this at the beginning. It was RuneScape, right?
Yes.
As far as you remember.
First MMO, RuneScape. First online game, RuneScape. Yep.
As far as you remember, yeah. And that was something that we have in common.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there any game Is there any game you would like to see come back as a sequel, as like Diablo 3. Now there will be Diablo 4. Is there any game that you would like to like come back with the next chapter, the sequel?
Honestly, I don't think so. Because like right now, I'm pretty content with the games that I play now, which is not many, but it's Teamfight Tactics and League of Legends, and they're
And
constantly updating their game.
yeah, and
Like
Teamfight
Teamfight
Tactics.
Tactics just came out with a new set, so I'm hyped for that.
Exactly.
So
Did you already play on it?
yeah, I've been playing it for like the past couple of weeks
Oh yeah, I
on
see you.
PvE.
You streamed some PB. How do you
Yeah.
find it? It's cool.
Oh yeah, this I think this set's much better than last set, and I like last set, so that's saying a lot. So
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I haven't played the new one because it was really
Yeah.
tilting me. But maybe I will check it out.
wait, you haven't played the new one yet?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
Man.
the new one is like a completely different game.
Yeah.
It feels like a completely different game. The only thing that is similar are the items, but they even introduced new items. But all the champions are different. They have new synergies. They have new terrain map. The map's bigger. It's a
Yeah,
it's a
that's
big
what. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of streams, including yours, and yeah, they changed to. It's like 4 tiles now, right? It's like
Yeah,
4 tiles,
on
and
both
the
sides.
map is bigger, and they have these elemental hexes
Yeah,
where you can put your champion, get the buffs and stuff. That's
I
cool.
really like that change. I think it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, man, I got to like D2, and then I started playing like Akali ninjas with assassins or wilds, and I just lost a bit, dropped Diamond 4, and then quit. So
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Well,
got.
yeah, the last meta, so like last patch, I wasn't a big fan of. But I got the diamond, and I felt like I'm content with diamond, right? So I just got diamond on both my accounts, and I was like, cool. Because like maybe I could have grinded the masters, but I just know that would take a lot of time, and I just didn't have the time set out for it. But
But
maybe this new set, we'll see. Maybe this new set will reach masters.
the first set, did you start from the release, or did you start like 1 month into the ranked, or?
I started at release, and basically I
Oh.
grinded pretty hard and hit diamond like within like the month,
Yeah.
and then I just hovered around diamond, played like a game every now and then I played on my Smurf account, and then got to diamond because I was trying to figure out the meta. And I was like, okay, I'll just play on another account because I was losing on my main account because I got the diamond 2, went to diamond 3, diamond 2, diamond, like I was going back and forth, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I also have multiple accounts. I have one on East. I got like diamond. No, I got plat. One on East, and then I was like, EU East is not really the most respectable server, let's say.
no.
And when you look where are the other like top TFT streamers, it's either NA or EU West. So then I made a new account in EU West, started grinding there. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I know one of your accounts is NA, right? North, right? North America.
Yeah, all my accounts are North America.
Ah, okay.
And I was trying to log into my Latin American server.
But that's one easier. That one is easier, no? Than the NA.
I don't. Yeah, I've never played TFT on that server.
Oh, okay.
I was just
Yeah.
trying to log on to it because NA was down right now. Well, it was when I tried to log on to it. It was down. So I was like, okay, let's try to log on to my Latin American North server account, and then I forgot my password. So then I was like, okay, we're just gonna play random games until.
Yeah. Maybe it was the same password as for your NA account.
No, I
only
tried it.
no, wait, but only in Spanish. No.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. But I doubt it. I doubt
Who
it.
knows?
Clever.
Yeah, that's cool. Because yeah, I guess regions like EU East or like Latin America. I mean, no disrespect. It's just it's probably easier to climb there. And if you were like an A Diamond 1 or 2, you could get like masters in those not so competitive servers. But I mean, yeah, you can brag to girls. Hey, I'm masters, and then but if she asks on which server, then you are screwed. As long as she doesn't know on which server, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how actually I pick up all the ladies. I just tell them.
You go on like TF tracker and like
Yeah.
you
Send it to them.
yeah, you put your thumb on the server name and just look. No, from the distance. Look with your eyes, not with your fingers.
Oh gosh. Yeah, for sure.
Your favorite game ever?
My favorite game ever. I'm probably gonna have to say I've played like a lot of games for like short times or periods. Or short. I worded that weird. But anyways, I played a lot of games and they
short
don't last long.
short
Like,
period of times.
yeah, there you go. That's the word. But I'd probably say League of Legends because it's the game I've stayed consistent with. Like, there's no game that I've
Yeah.
stuck with for so long. So I think by default, that makes it the greatest game that I've played. I think. But
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I also like board games, but I don't.
I can
know
see a
if,
collection
yeah, I don't know
on
if
your
I would-
shelf, and that's an old radio
Where?
on the bottom.
No, that's my modem.
Wait for your internet.
Yep,
Wait,
it's in my room.
wait, why it's so big? Okay, maybe I don't. Oh, it looks like a DVD player or something.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Boomer.
Actually, on the very bottom, there's the League of Legends board game, Mechs vs Minions.
Wait, they have a board game?
Yep, it's called Mechs vs Minions. It's
Damn.
it's a pretty big one. It's a heavy one. It's the heaviest game I own.
Yeah.
It's like 30, 40 pounds.
Dang it.
Yeah.
The only board game I played is Monopoly.
Get out of here.
Yeah. With the family, and it wasn't
That's the
nice.
one game that I will never allow in my house. Ever.
I mean, it's not good for the relationship for anyone.
No, I just personally think it's a bad game. Like, I don't consider it a board game. It's an abomination. Because it's literally 4 hours plus of luck. I don't like luck-based games. Yet I play TFT. TFT's like just that right amount of luck and strategy.
Did you see the Red Bull tournament that they made with all the streamers?
Yes,
What
I
do you
did.
think about that format? I mean, it was a
I saw
little
bits of it.
weird,
I don't think I was a fan of it because they had like the different challenges.
and they had some
and it's quick.
difficulties with the sound and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it from like start to finish because I think I had to work like a couple of those, like the 2 days, so I only saw parts of it. But I
Yeah.
saw that they like the tournament style. It was like so. I don't know. It wasn't competitive, and I like competitive tournaments, and it didn't seem like that competitive.
We have Kamur the gamer chiming in. Day 2 was good. Day 1 was meh.
Oh,
I
get out of here.
I only saw the first day. And also a little bit. Didn't really watch the second day. I guess the second day was the finals. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to make it watchable for esport, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they were just
Yeah.
trying to make it interesting. But
Yeah, but
I don't think I can really give like a full opinion because I don't see everything.
yeah. But it was cool because I mean, the Twitch rivals had different format. I guess this
Yeah.
time they tried something different. It's cool that they try different things until they find something that works, and then the sport goes along and evolves. So that's cool.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, Kamer says that day 2 had no challenges, so it was actually competitive.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think that's the day I missed because I know I missed like one day.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool. Thanks, gamer. Thanks, Kamur the gamer. Appreciate it. Some more people chiming in. Always cool. Okay, so are there any games that you looked forward to play, but they disappointed you on the release? Maybe you remember some time ago. It doesn't have to be recent. Just maybe some game that you were hyped for, and then it came out. You started playing, and it was like Yeah.
Hmm. No, I don't know. I'm not. So like, I'm gonna say no. There's never been any game because like I've been a pretty frugal person my whole life, so I don't really wait for games on release, and that's probably why I've stuck with League of Legends for so long because it's a free game, and that's why I like Teamfight Tactics because it's a free game,
Mm.
so you don't have to spend any money to win, and that's basically probably why I never played World of Warcraft 2, because it's $5. Well, it was a $5 subscription back in the day per month.
I
So
mean, now it's like something like 10 or 15.
yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So my whole life, I pretty much avoided buying games on release and paying for games. I've just been playing games for free, and then if I like the game, then I'll support it through the cosmetics. So like I've probably dropped well over $100 in League of Legends over the past 9 years I've been with them.
So TFT Set 2 was something that you were looking forward to, but it in no way disappointed you. It was
No,
it was
not
really
at all.
cool. That's cool, man. Now before another question before we go into the next segment. Are you streaming because you are playing, or are you playing because you are streaming?
I want to say a little bit of both. But I streamed mainly just connect with the community, and currently it's just a hobby of mine. Initially when I got into it, I think what happened was Teamfight Tactics just came out. I just got a new computer, and I always thought about streaming, but I never could because I don't think I had a computer that was capable of it. So,
Yeah.
played Teamfight Tactics. I was decent at it, and then I was like, okay, I love communicating with people, connecting with them. So I went on Twitch initially, and then I gradually, I think I just moved over to Mixer, because I found out that the ads were getting really bad on Twitch. I realized that Mixer didn't really have a community for Teamfight Tactics, so I was like, okay, we can start there, build it up, and then also I realized they have a lot of like features like leveling up, being in chat. The delay on stream is like non-existent almost, which is really awesome compared to Twitch where there's sometimes like a 10-second delay. So definitely the people are what motivate me to stream, the viewers. So shout out to I Love Cake,
Yeah, I've seen him in your chat.
Innocencia, Templum Trio, my mods, they and all my viewers, definitely. That's what motivates me.
Yeah, I've seen those guys in your chat before, so it's nice. And also your Discord. Maybe let me find your Discord. We will link that into the chat. Your Discord is quite populated, actually.
Yeah, recently it just got populated because since I got back into League of Legends, and anytime I get into League of Legends, I just network like crazy.
Yeah.
So, I just been meeting up with people, and then we go into voice chat, and then they come to my Discord. So that's why it looks so populated. But I'm really not that active on Discord. But
Maybe if
we
you
just use
start
it for the voice system.
making some YouTube videos and then you can announce it, or some news, player games,
I
viewer
did
games.
actually dabble on YouTube a little bit. I made like 4 videos total, and I had to focus on school more, so I had to cut back on
Yeah.
the YouTube.
So you were editing yourself, right?
Yeah, I was editing myself. Yep.
Okay, so
And
before
then for one of the videos, one of my good friends, now Harl, I don't know if he's here, but he said he'd do it for free, and I said, "Are you sure, man? Like you don't have to." He's like, "No, it's a hobby of his." So I said, "Sure." So he edited one of the videos. Thought he did a really good job. It was a video on Mountain Blade, really funny. Both the Mountain Blade videos are funny.
man, that's cool. And that's cool. And if you pop off, you just take your bro with you.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's all cool,
And I can start paying him. Yeah, because I feel bad. I don't want to just.
You have your squad, and that's how many people do it, I guess. They pop off and then they bring their whole family with them, their bros and everything.
So I'm trying to build an E-Spartan family.
Okay, so as we start talking about streaming, let's put the next card on the stream. Streaming. Let's talk about streaming more. Okay, so
Let's go.
so so you already told us how you came up with your streaming name. So it's just your name. How did you say how you classify
So,
that word?
BocajacoB is a palindrome. That's
Pa-
like the
palindrome.
term.
Palindrome.
Yeah. So Jacob is spelled. It's Jacob spelled backward and forwards. And yeah, and I thought of it back in 2011. It was my first real gamer name, and so when I got into streaming, I just adopted it or just transitioned it to my streamer name. Just kept it consistent.
Yeah, brand, I guess, on all platforms, and yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
actually, that just reminded me. So that's a huge reason, probably the number one reason why I shifted to Mixer. On Twitch, I was known as BocajacoB X, but on
okay.
Mixer, I'm the BocaJacob.
The one and only.
Yeah, so that honestly, that
Your
was probably a
neighborhood's
huge
friendly
motivator.
streamer.
Yeah, you didn't understand when I was on Twitch and I was streaming as BocaJacob X. Tilted me. I don't want to be the X. I just wanted to be the BocaJacob. And I even messaged.
No one wants to be the X, you know.
I messaged him and I was like, hey, would like, cause he's been inactive for so long. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, would it be cool if maybe we could work something out? I could take your name.
And then
and
he was like,
compensate you.
10K, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, and then I didn't even realize Mixer existed when I was streaming on Twitch, and so when I found out Mixer existed,
Yeah.
I immediately made sure that my name was available, and then I was like, okay, maybe the switch is possible. Then I started like hanging out on Mixer, and yeah.
That's nice.
Then I
So, the one and only. How to say this?
The BocaJacob.
Mixer exclusive. BocaJacoB.
Yes, sir.
So I know this is like, for me personally, it's a really hard thing to do. It's to talk when you see a big zero under the under the screen.
Oh, true, definitely.
So how did you approach this? Did you imagine that you have like people watching you, or did you imagine that you're making a YouTube video, or were you just talking along what you're doing and like explaining what you're doing to the potential viewers? How did you approach being communicative?
Definitely. So definitely the last thing you said. So I would just talk through my plays, explain why I did certain things. I did things that I saw other streamers do that I enjoyed watching. So when I watch a TFT streamer, the main reason why I'm watching them is for information, not entertainment. Entertainment's like the side piece. Like I'll take it, but like I'm really there for the like learning and just learning new strategies. And so basically that was my approach when I first came to Mixer is I'm being informative streamer with some entertainment. So I just talk through my thought process of strategies and tactics, and it would help me too. Like, because when I would do something, I would always be like, okay, why am I doing that? So if you say it out loud, it can help make sense of your thoughts. So like I think you improve as a player when you talk out your thoughts instead of just doing things mindlessly. You can actually think about why you're doing it and see if that sounds good, and then yeah.
So like you just play, you're like, okay, now I have 50 gold, I'm gonna econ. I have like maybe now I'm gonna level. Okay, now I need to pee. Okay, now I'm going to the toilet. Okay, now I'm pulling my pants down because you forgot.
Try to go in depth as much as possible, so that
Yeah.
way I'm not like like someone who just. It's like putting, what is it? How am I gonna word it? It's like when a teacher reads a presentation off the PowerPoint. It's like I can read. So I tried to. It's like, yeah, everyone sees I have 50 gold. So I'd be like, yeah, 50 gold. Is this a good point to econ? Like, what's my
Yeah.
health at?
Yeah.
If I have 20
Okay.
health, I shouldn't be econing.
But dude,
and
you can always save the gold for the next game. You didn't know this?
Yeah,
They
so
they
I,
release
I,
it.
I, I tried.
They release it with set 2. You didn't read the patch notes, I see.
Oh man, that's OP. So this is
So
the strategy. You just go into normal games, save up that gold, then you go into
right?
your ranked game with all that gold stored up.
Exactly.
Easy LP.
Exactly.
That's how you do it.
Man, if
But
they
it's a lot easier when you have people in chat though. Like even just one person, it really just boosts morale. But
through
I
that,
appreciate the lurkers. I appreciate the people who talk.
you appreciate the
And
people who haven't even seen me yet.
yeah, exactly.
Thank you for being
Well,
alive.
I'm not gonna make a blanket statement and say I appreciate all people, but I'd say I definitely appreciate the majority of people. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it's just just talk about your thought process, and that way there's not dead noise in your stream.
Yeah, because when people tune in, actually that's one of the reasons why I started with the TFT and then League of Legends, and I just found that something inside me is like scared, and I just can't talk. And I thought, okay, how can I resolve this problem? And then the idea was, okay, I just need to find people to talk with, like like you or someone else, people to communicate with. So I just thought, okay, maybe I'll make a podcast, and maybe that will be somewhat more entertaining to people, because then I'm talking to you. And man, it's so interesting talking to you that I'm not even looking how many people are watching, and that's the best feeling,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
when you're
when you're so involved in the stream that you're not focused on the numbers. That's what happens to me. If I just have one person talking, I'm set. Like I don't even look at the numbers anymore.
yeah, because it's so interesting, and the time just flies. It flies, and then that's really cool. So, did you choose? Okay, so probably you chose TFT because it was free to play.
Definitely.
What I wanted to ask, maybe it was a different. So probably the answer for this will be, I already can kind of see the answer, but still to ask this question. Do you stream the game you like, or you stream a game that you think will pop, and the game with which you will get more viewers and stuff?
So I know this question was like a either or, but the answer to this question is yes. Yeah, as in yes to both. Because I've thought of streaming since I've been gaming.
Yeah.
But like I said, I never had a strong computer. And then
Yeah.
conveniently, like I said, Teamfight Tactics came out. I had a strong computer. I was good at TFT right off the bat. I was like in the top 1%.
Yeah.
And TFT was popular. So
Yeah. Oh,
there you
okay.
go. I took the initiative.
That's actually quite good. You play a game that's popular and popping, but at the same time you enjoy it, so it's win-win.
Yep.
Win
Definitely.
overall. So how did you feel? Uh, how did you feel when you went? First question: did your streaming equipment, did you order it online, or did you go to the shop and bought it in person?
I bought my mic in person. I got a Blue Yeti.
And
And
how
then I.
how did you
What's up?
feel? How did you feel? Did you have had any anxiety? What the clerk at the cashier will think when you're buying the microphone? Like, because for me, I bought my camera, and I bought some other stuff in the shop on the spot, and it was like a streamer starting gear, let's say.
Oh, I
And
see. Yeah.
I had this anxious feeling that the person at the cashier might think, oh, here comes the next streamer wannabe or something, Did you have any of these feelings when you were going to buy your mic or something?
I probably had the exact reverse. So like when I went in, I started talking to all the associates. I'm like, hey, help me with getting the best mic, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna stream. How to and so it was like
Man,
the
I love
exact
that.
reverse.
I love that. I wish I could.
Um,
Man.
but other than that, I bought everything on online. The computer was through Best Buy. Which is just a store in store, and then I bought the mic at Best Buy. But I bought
Yeah.
like the mic stand, the camera.
Yeah.
and stuff like that online. So it was just the mic, and I was just using like my computer mic, which is really poor. So that's why I upgraded the mic.
Hmm.
I was using a headset, not a mic. I was just using a fat headset that was like bigger than my head.
But at the moment you're using the just regular earphones.
Yep.
Only because on the Discord or just
Oh yeah, so when I stream, I just wear these.
mm,
I just plug them into my mic,
yeah.
and then I just wear these.
Oh.
Because my headsets all have a mic attached to them, so it might
Yeah.
look weird if I have a mic and then I have a headset with a mic.
The
And
extra
then-
mic and the
Yeah, it's like I'm mic'd up.
Mic. Exactly, man.
So,
I'm mic'd up, baby. Let's go. And then you
I kind of like the look of the headphones.
Yeah,
You know,
they
it's
match
kinda,
you-
like,
they
more
match your bed.
casual, like more personable.
and the colors match your bed and your brand color.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. You're streaming on dual, so you have two PCs for streaming, one for game and the other for PC, or you just have one PC and use both game and stream on it.
Yeah,
Because-
I have a laptop that, as soon as I bought this computer, is now just a dust collector. I never opened it up.
Yeah.
And then I have a Surface, which was gifted from Sensi, actually. She's in chat right now.
Yeah.
So that thing's amazing. I use that for school-related things. Basically, that's when I'm doing work, is on the Surface. And then I use this computer as my streaming, my gaming, and sometimes I do school stuff on it too, because it has dual screens, because I have it hooked up to a monitor and a TV.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's more efficient to work on the gaming computer.
Yeah. Wait, so you
But
you don't even use your laptop for the extra view on your stream?
No? Do
Isn't
you
that
do?
wait, man? Yeah, of course. Who do
I
you
just
think?
pull up my phone, my Surface, my laptop.
Local
phone.
local botting, you know? It's a thing.
I mean,
You hit up the whole family.
I don't know.
Give me your
It would
phone.
probably ruin my internet though as well.
Yeah, could be.
And I don't have the best internet providers here in Gainesville to give like top speed to handle all that. So
Okay. Yeah, I have heard
Yeah.
People in NA saying that internet is quite it's quite hard to get proper internet.
yeah,
I
just
guess.
a lot of cities
especially-
just don't have a good provider.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite streamers on any platform?
So, definitely number one is Shadow the Fen.
Oh.
um,
Bruh.
I can't. I don't know. That's all I can think of.
Man, I like that
no,
answer.
Yeah, great. That was the right answer. Good job.
Yeah,
job
you
with
can
that.
stay on the podcast.
Okay, awesome. But I usually watch a lot of Teamfight Tactics streamers.
Yeah.
Such as Shadow the Fen, and
when he was still streaming TFT.
Yeah, yeah.
OG.
But, also, like Twitch and Mixer, I watch both. I probably watch. It's probably even now, but it used to be like I heavily watched Twitch, but I've been trying to shift more to Mixer
Yeah.
because it just there's not many TFT streamers.
Yeah.
On,
For me,
Mixer
honestly,
anymore.
yeah, for me, honestly, it's like dominantly I watch only, I say Twitch, and then Mixer only for BocajacoB. But
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
but other than that, yeah, personally I don't know. Have you heard like offline TV?
Yep. Yeah, I watch Scara and Disguised Toast.
Yeah, Scava. Yeah, I like watching all of them. So if they would move, like if they would move to Mixer or any platform, I would probably follow, because there's no one else that I really watch outside that community, I would say.
What about Dog? I also watch Dog. I think that's his name. He's
Yeah,
another big TFT streamer.
or Hafu.
I'm actually not a fan of Hafu. She makes high pitched noises and they hurt my ears sometimes.
Oh.
So I'm just like, I just like a calm, like relatively calm streams. So like Dog's pretty calm. Scar is relatively calm. Disguised Toast can get a little loud.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to relax and strategize. But
Yeah. Uh,
but
because for example, like Shroud and Ninja, I'm not like a shooter guy. So for me personally, it doesn't really didn't do much to make me more invested, I guess.
yeah,
Uh, yeah,
definitely.
just more League of Legends streamers for me personally. That's just my personal opinion, or IRL streamers and stuff like that. Yeah. Uh, so your favorite streamers like TFT? Do you have like a crush, a stream crush? Any girl streamers or guy streamers that you have a crush on? Except
I think
me.
there's only one streamer, and their name is Shadow the Friend. No, no, I don't have a stream crush. So
Mm.
that's it for that. And also my favorite streamer, I forgot. So I have Twitch. I know I have Amazon Prime, so I have Twitch Prime,
Yeah.
and I always give my subscription to CDN the Third. Have you ever heard of him?
Cyanide. Yes,
CDN the Third.
I have seen his streams, but let me, if I remember correctly, shooters.
Yeah, he does like shooters. He does a lot of variety, but majority he does shooters. But
Yeah.
I've been basically following him since like early 2010s or like 2013. So, but he's like the only first-person shooter streamer that I will probably watch because he's just an entertaining person. I watch him not for the game, but for the entertainment.
Yeah.
But he's never gonna move to Mixer. I think he's pretty invested in Twitch.
Do you like Doctor Disrespect or?
No, I just don't watch. I don't dislike him. I don't watch first person shooters.
Yeah.
So then, like when I came to Mixer, like I feel like all the big streamers are first person shooters.
Yeah. I mean, those are the only ones that they contracted at the moment, at least.
Yep. And it's kind of what they promote in Mixer too, because they have the hype.
Hype Zone. Hype Zone. Yeah.
Only for first person shooters.
For Apex. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they could make something like BocajacoB. You're the closest one to having victory in TFT.
Yeah, right.
We are now hosting
it's not
you.
as hype though, so I understand, right?
Yeah, I mean, the TFT is not not really where you tune in and it's like hype, 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 hype. You tune in and it's like, okay,
Yeah,
does
pretty
he
much.
have I don't know, yeah, yeah. It's more strategy.
He's just gonna sit there and with his arms behind his head and watch the game.
I'm thinking,
It's not as intense. But
unless the
other than
people's
that, I like Mixer because it's more of a bonding experience. You know, versus Twitch, you're more of a spectator, and Mixer, it's kind of like you can communicate with them, talk with them.
yeah,
But so like with Mixer streamers, like I do have like my Mixer streamers. I like Zakoon. He does like League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics.
yeah.
He plays a lot of ARAM. I call him the ARAM master. But yeah, he's pretty entertaining. Rick Fuzz, he does Twitch and Mixer, and he's a puppet that talks.
Okay.
Like it's just a puppet. But
Okay.
he does a really good job. His name's Rick Fuzz, and he plays like first-person shooters and he plays Teamfight Tactics sometimes. That's how I found him initially, because he plays it on like Fridays specifically. I don't know if he still does that. And then we got Skydive. He's been having internet issues, but he hasn't been on for a while. But that's like the first Mixer streamer that I had contact with when I came to Mixer. So I haven't seen him in a while. And then you, of course, Shadow the Friend, and then Kamer the Gamer recently just joined Mixer from Twitch. He was in the chat. I don't know if he's still here, but yeah, he's in Diamond Elo. He's trying to go pro for TFT.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, he's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, that's nice actually, because Mixer could definitely use some more higher elo players.
Exactly.
It's
In my
not an.
past two
It's
streams, I've been hosting someone who's like grandmaster in TFT.
yeah.
He's relatively new. I think he only has like 20 something followers. So he like just joined Mixer though. So I've been trying to throw some clout on him because that's I want to retain the people who are good and entertaining at TFT, and I think
Yeah.
he's a good mix. For some reason I don't think I recall his name off the top of my head, which feels bad, but
Yeah,
what's
but
his
it's
name?
cool. Spread the love, you know.
Elderly Show. That's his name. Elderly
Oh,
Show.
I also follow him,
Yeah, yeah.
and
So
I've been in his stream a few times.
yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. Just spread the love, grow the community together.
for sure.
Um. Okay. Have you told your friends or your family uh that you stream?
Yes. I've only told my like immediate family, like that's it. So my brothers, and then I've told only my close friends. So
Hmm.
and then
Well,
so I've told
you
yeah.
didn't have any problems going into the shop and asking the the clerk for the stream gear. For me, it's
Yeah,
kind.
I'd like to say I'm so comfortable with people just because I work in the customer service industry. So I've been doing it for 8 years.
Hmm.
Yo, there's Gambit. He's a close friend of mine. We're actually the same person too. He's in chat.
Oh, hey
Uh,
Gambit.
that's our joke. That's our joke. It's a joke. No, we're the same person.
That's your alt account on Mixer.
Yeah.
Two brands at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, it's like you man. Just yeah. I think the only person that I've told, like my brother knew, and that's about it. Haven't told any friends, nothing else. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I only told a handful of people because I wasn't sure on what was going to become of this,
Mm.
and I genuinely wanted their opinion on what they thought. So
That's cool. Uh, have
there's
you?
Innocentia. She's also a close friend.
Oh, coming in with the stickers.
She's also a mod. There's Cake. I actually met him through Mixer. He's the man.
Your whole squad is
I
here.
love Cake. Cake's the best.
Your whole
I mean, that's his name. I love Cake, but also I love Cake.
your whole squad is here.
Yeah, I love
That's
Cake's also
cool.
mod. He's the newest mod. I recently made him a mod.
Any of these guys stream?
Actually they don't. They do not.
Oh, that's cool.
But that's
Maybe
my
they should
boys
try.
and girls right there.
Your
Those are
crew,
the Spartans.
the Spartan crew or something. E-Spartans.
Yes.
That's your fandom name.
Yeah, that's our fandom name. We're the Spartans of Sparta.
That's dope.
Because I don't want to claim that we're Spartans because that's a very high status, right? So I figured we Sparta is essentially, we hold the same values, with integrity and camaraderie and
Yeah.
just that brothership and sistership that we imagine that the Spartans had, close knit, strong, etc.
Have you met any of these guys and girls in real life?
Yeah, no. Gambit, like I worked with him. We hang out. I introduced him to League of Legends like 6 years ago. In Essentia, we play League. She recently moved, so we don't play League as much just because she really can't. But yeah, I worked with her too. I've known myself Gambit for 8 years. I've known Innocentia for 4 years. And then I Love Cake, I actually just met this year, and it was love at first sight.
That's a long time.
Literally, his name's I Love Cake. So, yeah.
That's cool that you have such a supportive community already. And how long have you been streaming on Mixer?
I think I started in August. I think. So.
coming in with the
It's like
hearts.
towards the end of summer.
um. So, have you been to any like streamer conventions?
Have
TwitchCon,
not.
maybe I
I've
don't know,
not.
BlizzCon.
I always want to go, but not to spend the money, take the flight, take the time off.
Hmm.
If it was like right next to me in Gainesville
Yeah,
or like Orlando, and I have that weekend off, I'll go. Like if everything aligns, the stars align, I'll go.
yeah. For me as well. Haven't been to anything.
Yeah.
Once I was to like a anime expo, but I just walked around, felt stress, and then walked home. Yeah,
I felt stressed, walked home.
that's
Nice.
about the story of my life.
Dang.
um, is everything like your logo, your offline screen, your like banners? Is everything like handmade, or did you outsource it, like
I
Fiverr?
made it with these hands. Catch these hands. No, yeah, I made it with my hands. Using Pixlr X, which is just like an editing software. That's
Oh,
basically everything. I've used Pixlr X editor. I think that's what it's called.
it's for
Um,
free?
It's free. Yeah, of course, it's me.
Oh.
No, if it's free, it's for me. But yeah, it's Pixlr editor.
You
I've
cheat.
been using that, and it's pretty user friendly. It's like, yeah, and I made my logo. I recently just made my offline screen. I realized that we had an offline screen. I was like, oh, I should probably make one. So
Yeah.
at my YouTube banner, I did that. Yeah, basically everything is from me, except my logo, the Spartan helmet.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't like 100% me. I like I found a helmet online, and then I edited it to my liking.
Hmm.
So like I did like the color scheme, put the lambda in the front and the head, half the helmet, but I used it as a base.
Well, can you repeat the what was it called? Pixel? No, Prixel.
Yeah, I'll just type it. It's Pixlr editor.
Because, for example, for this photo editor online. Okay. Okay. Because, for example, for this podcast screen and for the changing cards, I used Canva. Canva.com.
Okay.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I dabbled. I haven't really. I guess I did spend a lot of time on like the starting stream soon and ending stream, but then I just don't even use them anymore. I don't use them. So when I start the stream, I just jump right into it, which maybe
Yeah.
I should go back to using transition.
Mm.
But I also never worked on transitions though, so I actually have no transitions like from one scene to another.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
not
That's
yet.
actually pretty resourceful. But I guess
Yeah, try my best.
yeah, making everything yourself. It's free. free content.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tell? Can you tell that this podcast screen was like handmade? Yeah, you wanted to say yes because it's so shitty.
No.
Yeah, I heard you were like, yeah, no, actually,
No, because like the
what you
one
made
on the
this? You
left,
made
it
this
looks
yourself?
Because I realized I was gonna say yes, but then I realized how that was gonna come off. But like the left
Exactly.
side, Shadow the Fen, I really like that. Did you make that by hand?
Oh yeah, I just chose the font Edo font on the canvas, like the text Edo
Okay.
font. Yeah,
Yeah, but what about
That's
the
what I did.
banner behind it? Did you make the banner behind it?
it's just like a stock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just
see.
using stocks. I can't draw. I can't do
So
anything.
that was pretty impressive if you made that. So
Yeah.
I like it.
Just-
I like it.
Yeah.
In before, I like that too, like down the middle.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks.
I was thinking maybe, I don't know, like if you put it like to the bottom left, just because there's that empty space. I don't know what else you would put there though. But yeah, I like it. I like simplicity. I don't like a million things going on. Sometimes crowded.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so do.
Is what's going on? Is someone trying
Yes,
to
my
drop in?
my mom.
Oh, okay.
I'm being too
Hi,
loud, you know.
Shadow the mom. Is it Shadow the mom? Is that?
Yeah, that's good.
Shadow the mom.
Because it's like it's like 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. here.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's super late for you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But it's all good, man. Can you still hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, cool. Because I will be on like a whisper mode.
It's now turned into an ASMR podcast.
ASMR podcast. My voice is not sexy enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one's gonna go to sleep with my voice. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. What else? So, do you have like so when can people, so people watching on YouTube or watching the VOD, if they are interested, do you have like schedule?
So I do have a a base schedule. I stream Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is the schedule I try to follow. I don't always follow it, but the best way is to follow my Twitter because I always post on Twitter, like updates on my schedule when I'm streaming. And if you just follow my Mixer, you can also get updates. But Twitter's probably the best way, but I try to stay consistent. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday on mixer.com/BocaJacob, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hmm. That's nice. Is there anything else you would like to plug? Or say? Maybe there's something you would like to say? Some plugs?
I have nothing in particular, but except thank you so much for having me.
Man, look,
I'm down
dude,
to do more future
dude,
collaborations.
dude, listen, this was great. I really appreciate that you agreed to do this. Man,
Yeah, definitely. I was so hyped when you sent me a message like
it
yeah,
turned
for
out
sure.
so
I'm glad it
awesome.
worked out too.
I really
But
like
yeah, if anyone's in chat and they want to learn more about teamfight tactics or just want to improve in teamfight tactics, definitely feel free to stop by my channel.
and
I'd
you
love to have you join eSparta.
and you are gonna stream after this, right?
What time is it? Is it? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess I can do a
So I
couple
can
games of the servers up.
so I
It's
can
getting pretty
host
late
you.
though, so actually it's 9. It's not almost 9 p.m. So unfortunately, I will not be streaming. But my next stream will be Sunday from 6 to 9. Nice.
Oh, dude, then I'm sorry that I like took away from your stream time.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Because you know, if you go to stream, then I host you. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'll stream a couple games. Gambit just said PBE is working.
Yeah. Just before we end this,
Is NA working?
I want to ask you before we end. What's the next thing that you want to do? What's like? It doesn't have to be connected with streaming. Just
The next thing I want to do
your goal, like a little goal or something.
Yeah, so we'll start with yeah, so the small goal. So I've been telling myself that I'm gonna get back into the weight room, right? Because I haven't. So my goal is to consistently get back into lifting weights. And unfortunately, I haven't set the date, except next week is what I told myself yesterday. But I might do it earlier. But yeah, just to get back into the gym consistently, and you gotta do it gradual. So I was gonna do like 3 times a week.
Okay. So I want all the viewers and people that are maybe watching the VOD or the YouTube to write in the comments, to tweet out INB4 BocajacoB gets back to lifting. Because that's what this podcast is about.
Oh,
Okay, and one more thing. I need a selfie for my Instagram. Just don't turn off the webcam.
A selfie.
Yeah, just
I
gonna
don't think I've ever took a selfie in my life.
wait. Mm. Wait.
Okay, yeah, let me know when you're ready. I gotta point to Leonidas. Which way is it pointing? Right there. Wait, am I pointing to him?
Okay, wait. I will show you. Wait.
Selfie time. Alright, nice.
Okay, nice. Okay, man. So you can start up your stream, and then I'm gonna host you.
Sweet.
Thanks,
Sounds
man.
good. Thank you
Thanks.
so much,
Thanks.
man.
Thanks.
for
Thanks
having me.
you. Thanks you.
We'll keep in contact for sure.
Yep. Sure, man. See you until next time.
See you, man.
Bye, man. Okay, that was really cool. Really like that guy. Really like Jacob. Didn't think it's gonna turn out so amazing. I'm really thankful that he came on and spoke so much. Okay, now I'm just gonna wait until he comes online and then host him. And thank you everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. And yeah, this video will be up on the YouTube. If you like it, then follow, subscribe, follow the Twitter, Instagram, and follow Jacob. Okay, we're just gonna wait until he puts on the until he puts the Hmm.
Yeah, basically what happened was Cake played the draw me anything digitally, and he wanted Lux. Hey, it's working. The last day of Summoner's Rift's rank season is November 19th. Congratulations, I finished Diamond. Draw me like one of your French girls.